Study skills. We all lead busy lives. We have work, family, chores, events, and more to deal with. Put school into the mix, and it can be hard to find time or even make yourself study. Studying is a very important part to succeeding in your classes, but sometimes it's hard to know how to study, what kind of attitudes and goals you should have towards studying, and how to take effective notes. Don't worry. In this video, we will give you tips that will make your study time easier and more effective. Now, before we get into the how-to of studying, we need to talk about taking effective notes. If you're an online student, taking notes can be different from taking notes in a traditional classroom. Your professors may use digital tools such as PowerPoint to share information with your class. Knowing how to take effective notes from these digital tools can help you succeed in your courses. When taking notes, consider the following. Use your learning style to create or record notes. Visual learners read the notes provided by your professor, rewrite or type the notes, and outline or summarize your notes, and create a visual map. Auditory learners read the notes provided by the professor out loud. Record yourself reading the information so you can listen later. Kinesthetic learning. Create flashcards or a PowerPoint of the notes. Don't just copy and paste the material. Take notes that will help you learn and understand the information. Like write conclusions, not facts. Format your notes as questions and write the answer for them. Use color coding. This will help you organize and scan it quickly to find what you need to know. And use your notes while completing online tests, quizzes, and discussions. Benefit of having an online class is that you may have online assessments. If this is the case, your notes should be a quick reference. Do not solely rely on your notes. Make sure you study them beforehand. Use any material provided by the professor when working on assignments. Your professors provide your class with articles, PowerPoints, and chapter readings. Refer to these for the assignments and assessments as well as taking your notes from it. Now that we know how to take notes, let's talk about how to study your notes and materials. In order to be a successful studier, you have to develop great study skills. There are many techniques you can use to study your notes and materials. So let's take a look at some of them. First, there's the SQ4R method. So what does SQ4R mean? Survey, question, read, recite, write, and review. Survey. Review the titles, subheadings, graphs, and the like to get an understanding of the chapter. Question. Turn those titles, subheadings, headings, graphs, and more into questions. Think about what your professor would say or ask about the chapter. Read. Find the answer to the questions you have formed. Look at the captions. Make notes of all the words in bold or italics, and reread difficult sections. Recite. Recite what you've just read in your own words. Ask yourself these questions. Write. Write the question and answer using only keywords, lists, etc. And review. Look back over your questions and answers. Go back through the central idea of the chapter and transfer the important points to flashcards. Another technique for studying is mnemonics. Words or letters are catchy phrases that help you remember. You probably remember these from your younger school days. Here are some fun examples, like to remember the Great Lakes of America, remember Holmes, Huron, Ontario, Michigan, Erie, Superior. And the planets. My very educated mother just served us 9 pies. You can also use catchy tunes or phrases to help you remember material. Some other techniques that you could use are study groups, pictures and graphs, highlight your books or notes, record yourself and listen, create models, use rhythm, get a tutor, make flashcards, outline the chapters, use the internet, and ask your professor. So now you know how to take notes and study new material. Well, let's talk about how to make them successful. An important part of developing good study skills is to evaluate your attitude and goals for studying or working. When preparing study materials for your course, you need to consider the following. Set your goals and priorities for your courses and develop a plan for that goal. You need to make goals for each of your courses. Also, plan, study, or work in advance by making a table or chart of assignments and projects and tests with start and due dates and refer to that chart often. Also, treat school as one of your jobs. Commit to spending a minimum of 3 times your course hours a week studying and completing work. Example, a student taking 2 classes, that's 2 classes, each class is worth 3 hours, equals 6 hours. will probably spend 18 hours a week minimum studying and doing their work. Think of this as a part-time job. And also, create an ideal study or work environment. Find a place for your schoolwork only and use it every time. And make sure it's free of distractions if possible. Manage your study and work time effectively. You need to find an ideal study time and develop a schedule. This will help control distractions and balance studying and schoolwork with other activities. Effective study habits is a skill that you have to develop, but by using effective note-taking strategies, by having better study skills, and examining your attitudes and goals towards studying, you'll become a better studier. The more you use them, the better you'll get at studying.